A Studios. Step into a new dimension.
All right. Yep, it's me, all right. Anyway, hey guys, yes, that is right. I am back, and I do apologize. I did not record anything. I haven't posted any videos or recorded anything recently. There's been a good reason for that. As you guys might know, last Wednesday I did not record or throw anything up. The reason for that is I'm going through some rough times personally. So I was not able to record anything last Wednesday or throw anything up. I am doing a little better, if you guys are wondering. So if you don't see a video up for a little while, that's why I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. With that, give me time. There will be videos up, and I'm not going anywhere. The channel's not going anywhere. Nothing's going to happen to DNA or any of the stuff that is going on right now. We are struggling to stay alive on YouTube, but we are going to be around for as long as possible. So anyway, with that, I have a ton of stuff to go over with you guys. I found out some crazy information that I didn't even know about until just recently. Actually, part of this video, I want to shout out another YouTuber because he's the one who originally covered this topic. If you want to know more, go check out his channel. So the YouTuber I'm going to shout out right now, and I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. I do apologize. I'm not great with names. But there is a YouTuber out there by the name of Joey Bizinger, who is he's at Joey the Anime Man, who's another YouTuber who currently has 695K subscribers. Shout outs to him. He's the one who originally did a video on this particular thing that I'm going to mention, and also I will leave a link to his to that video under the description. But apparently, and I didn't know anything about this until I watched one of his videos, but apparently the famous manga artist and famous creator Akamatsu Ken, or Ken Akamatsu, who's responsible for Negima and a bunch of other anime shows. So you might recognize Ken Akamatsu or Akamatsu Ken. He is responsible for this, as well as, hey guys, me from the future here. Sorry, I messed up on something. So like I said before, Ken Akamatsu, or Akamatsu Ken, is famous for two shows. Both Negima, and then I also forgot to mention Love Hina. So yeah, go check him out, and if you haven't heard of him, yeah, look him up. Anyway, back to your regular scheduled content. Apparently, he also holds a seat in. He's now a politician, holds a seat as a politician in Japan. So this is actually really cool because I didn't know anything about this. Like I said, until I checked out one of Joey's videos, and I will have a link to his channel. And also I'm going to put a little thing somewhere up on the screen about the video, and you can go watch that video to find out more. But apparently Akamatsu Ken, or Ken Akamatsu, does have a seat in as a politician in Japan, which is cool because, as Joey says in his video, that could really help Japanese YouTubers, which are currently not a thing, or at least YouTubers in Japan who are doing anime stuff is currently not a thing because of copyright laws in Japan. So if you guys know anything about copyright laws, the Japanese copyright laws are very, very strict. And because of that, a lot of people can't do anime content. It's just not a thing in Japan, which is what Joey talks about in his video. And so shout outs to him. Also shout outs to Akamatsu Ken, or Ken Akamatsu, for the awesome job of getting a seat as a Japanese politician and changing the way us nerds do our stuff, and also kind of fighting for us. That's pretty sick. I myself was never a huge fan of Ken Akamatsu, or Akamatsu Ken. Some of the stuff he does is really good, and really honestly, if you don't know about him, or if you've never heard of him, go watch some of his stuff. I'm not a huge fan because the kind of comedy that, unfortunately, I'm not a fan of some of the comedy anime that Japan does, but Negima was a series that I actually was a fan of. So some of his work I do like, not everything he's done, but this was one of the shows I did like, which is cool, and the manga is really awesome. Yeah. But if you guys didn't know, it is really cool that he's actually on holds a seat as a politician because, as Joey states in his video, um, that will help the copyright situation in Japan. They're going to be changing, or hopefully changing and kind of creating a way for to help out the creators and help out other artists and stuff. Where currently Japanese copyright law does not, fair use is not a thing in Japan. So you can't just do an anime video or toss up artwork or talk about anime or do any kind of anime YouTuber or anything like that in Japan. It's just not a thing. And so hopefully with Ken Akamatsu gaining a seat on, as a politician on, with, in Japan and having that seat as a politician in Japan, hopefully that will change things and there will be some kind of change where you might see something like fair use or similar to fair use, and people will be able to do YouTube videos and do media coverage. Now, that's also going to cause a lot of conflict and probably confusion too, if you're not familiar with fair use. Pretty much how it works here in the US is if you're a content creator and say you want to cover a topic or cover someone's artwork, like say you want to cover anime or cover something that someone has done, you're allowed to use you are allowed to use a certain amount of someone's content as long as you don't claim your rights, and also you're careful about how much you use, and also as long as you don't directly copy the original source content in its entirety. So you might be able to use a little bit of it, and you might be able to put pieces and parts and do little things, but you cannot claim any rights or anything to that original content. And that's kind of the way fair use is here in the U.S. The other thing too about fair use is that always, guys, if you're going to use someone else's content or you're gonna do anything that involves another artist or another creator, make sure that you credit that person, because right now there's a big thing going on where people aren't getting credit that they deserve. And just be respectful to the other creator, the other person, because that's their work, that's something they've made and put their heart and soul into. Um, so yeah, so that's fair use, and that could also happen. That's not all there is to fair use. There's actually a lot more if you read the actual copyright laws. I do encourage anyone who doesn't understand fair use to read the actual copyright laws, because there's a lot more than just what I explained. So yeah, if you don't know how it works here in the U.S. Or here in the United States, do read about it. It is really cool to read about. But also make sure you have permission from the original creator or from someone who's the producer, who does have rights and who's a rights holder or who's the original owner of the content. It's always good to ask permission, and also make sure you're giving people their props. If someone's created something, don't be an ass and steal it or whatever. That's not the way to go. You want to ask the creator and make sure they're okay with it. And also, if you do use their content or you do put something, mention them or something, you always want to give them their props, mention their name, something like that, have a link to their stuff, or give them their props. So that's fair use, but I encourage you to read more. There's a whole lot. It's not that simple. We do a lot of it here with DNA. We work with other creators, and we do give people their props, and we also work with a lot of licensing companies and try to connect with the original source creator or the original person who is the copyright holder, so that we don't get in trouble. But in Japan, there is nothing like that. So that's why. That is why people don't do many anime content, and why anime channels and stuff don't last very long on YouTube, and why you don't see any Japanese creators on YouTube or covering anime on YouTube, because if they even post a piece of artwork or do anything on the show, they can get thrown in jail or get in deep trouble for that. So I wanted to make sure I shouted out Joey, because I originally watched his video on YouTube, and it was very interesting to me, and I didn't know too much. I knew a little bit, and I knew that that you can't really watching anime in Japan is not a thing, at least not much of a thing, and So I wanted to shout him out and mention a quick something about it on this channel here. Like I said, if you're going to go, definitely do go check out Joey Bizinger's original video on the whole Ken Akamatsu and the whole. It's please watch this video if you care about anime, and that's the title of his video. I'll put it up here on the screen somewhere and I have a link to it. But go check out his original video. He talks way more than I do about it and knows a lot more than I do. But go check out his video and watch it. It's really cool to see, and it's a big win for anyone who is looking to do anime content, or is looking to, for anyone who's in Japan who wants to do YouTube content on anime. This was a really big thing and a really cool thing. So yeah, I wanted to mention that that is something I didn't even know about. Guys, I recently found out. So shout outs to Joey and his channel for that. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about that I recently, the other thing I wanted to talk about was I will be doing a follow-up video for both the end of Chainsaw Man, which I did watch, by the way, and also Bleach, the new season of Bleach, which is A Thousand Year Blood War. It is incredible. So stay tuned. There will be a big video coming up on the Thousand Year Blood War. If you've never watched Bleach, go back and watch the original story and watch it up till now. There is a big reveal in Bleach that I even to me it was a big reveal because I wasn't expecting it and didn't realize. And then there's a lot of other big things in there that the new season, it's pretty good. Like, it gets good. So if you're not a Bleach fan yet, you need to start watching Bleach. Go back, watch the original one, and watch it up till now, because then you'll fully understand some of the stuff that's going on, and also you'll be more familiar with the characters, the story, and stuff like that. Anyway, or you can just go watch my previous video on the first season of Bleach. I will actually cover more on that too, because I didn't get a chance to really go through and do a thorough coverage on the original season, because I want to go back and watch the whole thing again. But yeah, that's coming up to there's another video coming up on that, and there's a video coming up on the end of Chainsaw Man and some of my thoughts for Chainsaw Man and the entire first part of Chainsaw Man, the entire first season of Chainsaw Man. So that is coming up. That there will be 2 other videos coming up. But before I do that, in this video, I wanted to talk about something really awesome that I just heard about recently that just got announced. There's going to be a cyberpunk anime. So some of you might be familiar with the video game Cyberpunk 2077. So yes, there's going to be a Cyberpunk 2077 anime. Like I was saying, and actually, I'm sorry guys, I had to cut the video for a minute. I had to double check my information. But like I was saying before, unfortunately, there's not much on this particular anime. All I know currently is that it is done by Studio Trigger, who has done a ton of other anime. Actually, I will, if I can, I will try to leave a link to some of the other anime that Studio Trigger is responsible for in the description. But they've done a ton of stuff. One of the things that some of the anime, just a few here that I know of, supernatural battles have become complacent. That's one of the anime they've done. They're also responsible for Darling in the Franxx, and what's the other one? And also the SSS Greyman series. They did stuff on that, and there's a whole lot more. This goes on. There's a whole lot more. So there's a ton of them. And so they're a pretty well-known, and they're pretty known anime studio. Also Kill la Kill. They're responsible for that one. So they're a pretty well-known studio, guys. If you know anything about Studio Trigger, pretty amazing studio, known for their art and their amazing shows. So yeah, they are responsible for Cyberpunk. As far as I know, when this is coming out or when it's supposed to be announced, I don't know. I've been trying to Google stuff all day today, trying to find information on it, and I have not found anything. It does have a very high rating according to fans, and according to some people who I guess have seen the Japanese pieces of it, I guess maybe, or previews of it. It has gotten pretty high ratings from the few people who have been rating it. So it's got 10s and 9s, and from a lot of the fans, that at least from what I've seen about it, and from what people have been saying. But again, I don't know a release date. I'm not sure if this is out yet. If you guys know anything about it, or if you guys have heard about it, or if you guys know any more, please do comment below and let me know if you've heard anything, or hit us up on social media and let us know. But this is really exciting for me. I can't wait to see what this is going to be like. The animation is supposed to be off the wall, crazy, and awesome. Now, it is, like I said, loosely based on the game, but it is not, if you're expecting this to be just like the game, it is not. So it's going to be totally original characters, and a totally original story, which is fascinating because they've never, as far as I know, I don't think they've ever done a, oh no, actually they probably have in the past done anime that's like similar to games, but not quite. This is going to be a whole new story and like interesting new characters, and it should be pretty awesome from what I've heard so far. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It should be freaking amazing. So yeah, guys, all I have to say about this is so yeah, that's just kind of some stuff I want to cover today. Like I said, there will be more. There's 2 other videos I have planned. There's also an upcoming manga, physical versus digital manga, that I am still doing some research on. So give me a little time on that one. And there are more unboxings coming, guys. I do have more unboxing videos coming, so stay tuned. If you didn't watch the last one, go watch the Pochita video. And with that, guys, tell me what show you're excited for next, because there are a couple big series coming out soon. And if you haven't watched Bleach, the new season of Bleach, go watch that. Or if you haven't seen Chainsaw Man, go watch Chainsaw Man. Anyway, guys, with that, I gotta wrap this up. I will see you guys next time. Special shout outs and thank you to Joey, Joey, or the Anime Man, and his video. If you, like I said, if you haven't seen his video on Ken Akamatsu or Akamatsu Ken, go watch it, and how things in Japan and copyright for Japan could play a factor in what happens next with anime and with Japan and their copyright rules. So yeah, so shout outs to him, and also shout outs to Ken Akamatsu for holding a seat and kind of being a politician, or getting to be a politician in Japan, and kind of mixing things up and making a win for us nerds. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, go check out and check out. Like I said, I will leave a link to Joey's channel Joey's YouTube channel in the description below, and go check him out. Go watch the original Ken Akamatsu video about how things are going. Anyway, with that, peace out, and I'll see you guys next time. I hope this video has at least somewhat granted your wish.
Hi there! Please subscribe or follow DNA Anime Blog and DNA Studios on all of their social media platforms. Okay, bye!